Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you all of my beginner-friendly filming equipment. So we all know that YouTube is very competitive these days. It's very different from, 10 to 15 years ago where people would go viral by filming videos on their computer webcams, which, there's nothing wrong with that, but I do definitely think that, improving the quality of your videos is something that will help your YouTube channel grow. So hopefully this video will help you figure out how to invest in better equipment without going bankrupt. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start this video. So the very first piece of equipment that I wanted to start with is my camera, which is, also happens to be the only, I would say, more of a pricier piece of equipment. Everything else is significantly cheaper. But I also do want to let you know that the first few videos on my channel were just filmed on my iPhone, and some of them actually have a decent number of views. iPhone cameras are very powerful these days, so if you want to start with just an iPhone, you can. You definitely don't have to invest into a super fancy camera. But I would say a few months into my YouTube journey, that's when I decided to purchase a better camera. So the camera that I use is the Sony a6100, which is, I would say a pretty popular camera, and it is very good for YouTubers because it has a flip screen. So right now as I'm filming, I can kind of see myself on the camera, which is very, very useful because I can see what is in the background, make sure that there's nothing crazy going around, and I can see myself, which is very helpful. So right now, as we're talking, Sony a6100 cameras go for about $850 on Amazon, which, for some people that may be a lot of money, but if you compare this to a lot of cameras that professional YouTubers use, this is definitely more on the affordable side. So in all transparency with you, when I purchased this camera, I couldn't actually afford it, so I ended up financing this camera through Best Buy. I was just making monthly payments at the time, interest-free, which was really nice. So that was definitely, quite an investment for me, but so far it has paid off just based on all the money that I made off of, YouTube and all of my Udemy courses that I filmed using this camera. And I would say the camera as a whole is very easy to use and very beginner friendly. Also, just the fact that it's a pretty popular camera means that there are a lot of tutorials on YouTube that you can follow. So I definitely, was able to find a lot of different tutorials when I was first trying to figure it out. So right now I am filming using the kit lens. I know a lot of people don't like using the kit lens, but I am pretty happy with it. I think the lens that this camera comes with, it is pretty good quality. It's also, I'd say, a wider angle, so it's great for beginners. So speaking of lenses, I also have this lens that I bought a few months back from Sigma. So it gives you more of that blurry background, kind of your face more in focus. I'm actually going to show you what it looks like with this lens. So this is what it looks like when I'm using my Sigma lens. So it's definitely more, close up, my face is more in focus and my background is kind of blurred out, which, is great, but for some reason I kind of prefer the kit lens for the types of videos that I make. Hello? Yes, Mom, I will remind everyone that if they are enjoying this video so far, they should hit the like button or at least hit that subscribe button because I release videos every Wednesday. Yep. All right. Thanks. Love you. Bye. What? You heard it. Okay, so the next item that I wanted to show you is my microphone. So microphone is something that I always thought was a very optional thing, but now I'm looking back at it, definitely, something that I recommend investing in, because trust me, people can be forgiving, if you have low quality video, but people are definitely less likely to watch your video if you have low quality audio, which, that kind of explains why some of my first videos just had such low view count because my audio was pretty terrible. Hello everyone and welcome back. Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel where I talk about personal finance and personal development. So if you've watched some of my previous videos before, you probably see me mentioning this microphone that I'm using right now from Power Device, which is a lavalier microphone that you kind of clip on to your shirt and then you also connect it to your camera. I absolutely love this microphone. It's one of the best investments that I ever made. Very inexpensive. It was about $35. The price kind of fluctuates a little bit, but it's always been kind kind of somewhere in the $30 range. Yep, it's super little, pretty easy to use. And then I like that it has like a little adapter right here, so you can plug it in both into your camera and your iPhone. So it's definitely a very great and affordable purchase that you can make just to up the quality of your audio. Also, for a while I had this microphone, which is like the little, people call it like the dead cat from Rode microphones. It's something that you can like attach to your camera. This one is like probably a really great one if you are doing like those vlogs when you're kind of, you know, walking around and like filming yourself. Like, hi, this is my apartment tour type of videos, because you can attach it to a camera and just take it around with you. So the next item that I think, you know, is definitely optional, but very, very helpful is a tripod. So I actually have quite a few tripods for, you know, my cameras, my lights, and then also for my ring light. I think tripods are very helpful when you're trying to, you know, set up your camera and get a good angle. In all transparency, I first started with just like putting my camera on my books or like some other surfaces, but I think it was just too much work trying to like adjust the angle and also like kind of edit the video in the way that, you know, made me look better. So I just decided to invest in a tripod. So one of the most like basic tripods you can get is this one from Amazon Basics. Right now, as I'm filming this video, it's only about $13 on Amazon. Again, it's a very inexpensive investment that is really going to make your life so much easier. I also have this little one, which is like a gorilla tripod, as people call it. You know, it's super great if you're trying to like hang up your camera somewhere, or I also used to use it to just like put my phone on it and I would like walk around back when I was like trying to film some travel vlogs. And you can get a tripod like that for like under $25 on Amazon as well. All right, now that we've covered the tripod, let's talk about lights. So when I first started out on YouTube, I honestly just used natural light, so I would film in front of my window. But eventually, as I kind of started to put a little bit more effort into my videos, I decided to invest into better lights. So I did have a ring light for a while, which I got for pretty cheap off of Amazon, but the one that I had was like 10 inches, and I didn't think it was like strong enough to really give me like the effect that I wanted. So eventually I decided to invest into these lights over here. These guys are really inexpensive as well. They currently go for about $36 on Amazon, and they come with like these little tripods. I also installed some of them like on my own tripods, and I think they do a really good job. They have like different colors so you can insert. If you want one of those like red and blue or kind of like rainbowish color like some YouTubers do, I honestly just use like the white one just because I wanted to imitate like that natural light. It just really depends on what you prefer. So the next item on our list is memory cards, which is something that you will definitely need to get if you decide to do a DSLR camera. Memory cards are very, very inexpensive, and just based on what I've seen on Amazon and Walmart, there are always some promotions and sales. So these days you can get a 256 gigabyte memory card, which is the same amount of storage as a lot of MacBooks have, for less than $30 on Amazon. I do recommend just getting, you know, like the bigger, the better, especially if you find like a good deal on the internet. Because there's nothing more frustrating than, you know, trying to film a video and then your camera just turning off in the middle of it because you just ran out of storage on your card. That can be very demotivating, trust me, especially when you're a beginner and you're like still trying to kind of get in the flow. I would definitely recommend investing in like a memory card with, you know, a decent amount of storage. And then last but not least, I highly recommend investing in a hard drive, especially if you are trying to get consistent on YouTube and film videos regularly. You are going to run out of storage on your computer really quickly. For a while, I personally just used the Google Drive, but again, like, you know, uploading and then downloading stuff off of my Google Drive would take a lot of time, even though I have pretty fast internet. So I just decided to kind of go old school and just get this hard drive. This hard drive from Toshiba was about $55 for 2 terabytes of storage, and right now I just use it to store all of my YouTube files and, you know, all of my other like large media files. And it saves me so much time because back in the day I would run out of storage or like memory on my computer in the middle of editing, and that would get so frustrating. So this definitely solves a lot of problems, so I highly recommend getting a hard drive. Which, by the way, if you are curious about, you know, my YouTube journey, how long it took me to get monetized and my first YouTube paycheck, you you can check out these videos that I will include up here if you want to check them out. I kind of share my entire story there. So yeah, check that video out if you're curious. All right, and that is it for me today, guys. I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments down below kind of what was your favorite piece of equipment, or if you have reviews of any other like cameras, lights, or microphones that you used. I'm super curious. And if you like content about side hustles, productivity, and personal development, please make sure to subscribe to my channel because that's the type of content that I specialize in. And I will see you next Wednesday. Bye!